Seth Godin, All Marketers Are Liars, Unveiling the Power of Authenticity. In a world awash with captivating commercials showcasing seemingly incredible products, we've all fallen prey to the allure. We eagerly purchase these items, bring them home with high hopes, only to find them fall short of the grandiose promises once made in those now somewhat less astonishing advertisements. Marketing, at its core, is the art of disseminating ideas, of weaving narratives, and in some instances of embellishing truths. It is the skill of delving into the realms of consumer perceptions and understanding the intricacies of the human psyche, a craft marketers have honed over time. This is precisely what our discussion revolves around, an exploration of Seth Godin's All Marketers Are Liars. Within this underground classic lies a treasure trove of insights into the world of marketing, revealing the intricate workings of the marketing mindset. It unveils how marketers have, for decades, molded stories, sprinkled in a touch of deception, and even employed outright falsehoods, all of which have left an indelible mark on countless lives, both for better and for worse. In this enlightening episode, we will delve into 1. The significance of aligning with consumer worldviews. Discover why recognizing and resonating with the worldviews of your target audience is pivotal, drawing inspiration from Dr. Atkins's exceptional ability to do just that. 2. The froggy strategies of human behavior. Uncover the intriguing parallels between human decision-making strategies and the instincts of our amphibian friends. 3. Navigating the ethical boundary. Explore the fine line that separates minor embellishments, fibbing from outright deceit, frauds, in the world of marketing. Join us as we unravel the secrets of effective marketing, exploring how authenticity emerges as the ultimate weapon in a marketer's arsenal, a tool capable of not only captivating, but also forging genuine connections with consumers. Marketing, at its core, is the art of crafting narratives that resonate with people. Long ago, as humanity watched the sun rise each morning, they wove tales of Helios and his chariot. Though this predates the concept of marketing as we know it, it shares a fundamental truth: the power of a compelling story. Effective marketing hinges on the ability to weave stories that are not just believable, but also profoundly engaging. George Riedel, a master glassblower in the 10th generation, grasps this concept well. His company specializes in glassware, with his wine glasses being particularly renowned. Riedel believes that every type of wine conveys a unique message through the glass from which it is sipped. Riedel's narrative works remarkably well. Scientific examinations may demonstrate little disparity between his glasses and others, yet wine connoisseurs and aficionados worldwide insist that wine tastes superior when sipped from a Riedel glass. This is the enchantment of marketing, the ability to transform the perception of flavor in wine. Marketing strategies akin to Riedel's prosper because in today's world, people purchase what they desire, not necessarily what they need. This is the realm where marketers reap their profits. Imagine this scenario. A young woman invests $125 in a pair of Puma sneakers, although they were manufactured for a mere $3 in China. Her decision isn't rooted in the shoes' durability or their foot-supportive features. Rather, she acquires them because once she slips them on, she feels a surge of coolness. She envisions that her life and image will experience a slight upgrade with those sneakers in her possession. What the Puma marketers have truly sold to this young woman is a story, a narrative that she is unique, trendy, and stylish. People are drawn to stories, seldom purchasing a product solely for its technical specifications. Thus, bear in mind, if you can master the art of storytelling, you will connect with your audience. Gain insight into your customers' perspectives. It might seem logical to assume that everyone shares common life aspirations such as success, security, good health, love, respect, and happiness. However, reality is far more nuanced. Our desires and priorities diverge significantly. Each individual possesses a unique worldview, shaped by their values, biases, and assumptions. This worldview is a product of influences like upbringing by parents, education, places of residence, and other life experiences. It dictates which narratives they find credible. For instance, if you've been deceived by a used car salesman during a past purchase, it will color your worldview the next time you step into another dealership. Your perspective would differ significantly from someone who has previously enjoyed positive experiences at the same dealership. Thus, customers are not monolithic in their preferences. Nevertheless, they aren't entirely dissimilar either. Individuals with similar backgrounds tend to share similar worldviews. As a marketer, your mission is to identify groups of people who share nearly identical worldviews and craft narratives that directly resonate with them. Consider this. There are new mothers who prioritize their children's growth and education above all else, bodybuilders who view the next nutritional supplement as the key to achieving the perfect physique, and environmentalists who believe the next scientific breakthrough will save humanity. Each of these groups seeks stories that align with their unique worldviews. Take, for instance, the success of Baby Einstein, a division of Disney, in 2004. They generated $150 million in sales of videos designed for newborns and infants. The brand name, coupled with an assertive marketing campaign, convinced parents that these videos would enhance their children's intelligence. These parents yearned to feel as though they were nurturing their children's development, despite later research revealing that the videos had minimal or no impact on children's intellectual development. Craft your narrative to align with your customer's worldview. Once you've invested time in comprehending the worldview of your customer base, what comes next? The subsequent step involves constructing a narrative or framework that harmonizes with that very worldview. This framework empowers you to deliver your narrative to your customers in a way that resonates deeply. Take Interstate Bakeries, the parent company of beloved brands like Twinkies and Wonder Bread, for instance. When their customers' worldview underwent a transformation, when Dr. Atkins's low-carb diet gained immense popularity, people no longer wished to provide their children with items like Twinkies. Healthier alternatives were sought after. During this same period, General Mills seized the opportunity presented by this shift in worldview. Shortly after the Atkins craze took hold, General Mills adjusted their narrative by incorporating 100% whole grains into all their cereal offerings, including iconic brands like Lucky Charms. This framing portrayed their cereals as health-conscious, aligning perfectly with the prevailing negative perception of carbohydrates at the time. The crux lies in pinpointing a segment of individuals whose worldview is receptive to a new narrative based on their specific beliefs. Consider a scenario where your supervisor tasks you with designing a marketing campaign for a novel variety of savory snacks. Supermarket shelves are already well stocked with a plethora of snacks, necessitating a distinctive narrative to set yours apart. You could target new mothers who harbor concerns about the healthiness of salty snacks for their children. In this instance, you would craft a narrative tailored to them. The snacks would be produced using soy instead of potatoes. They would boast organic credentials, be low in fat, and seasoned with sea salt rather than sodium. Furthermore, they would be packaged in a box rather than a bag, and strategically positioned in the produce department instead of the conventional snack aisle. People's attention is drawn to novelty, and they construct narratives for understanding. A crucial aspect of effective storytelling lies in comprehending how the human brain reacts to fresh ideas and processes information. When individuals encounter something unfamiliar, they instinctively draw comparisons to their existing knowledge. In this respect, human behavior parallels that of frogs. We respond primarily to changes and often disregard the familiar. Consider how a frog swiftly detects a fly, accurately aims its tongue, and captures it, all within a fraction of a second. The frog dismisses the static elements in its environment and focuses solely on detecting alterations. Similarly, when you enter your home, you promptly discern any changes within it. While humans may not employ their tongues to capture flies, we share the capacity to swiftly notice changes in our surroundings. We can readily identify when the supermarket introduces a new beer brand or when the mailman sports a fresh haircut. Once people recognize something novel, their cognitive processes kick in, attempting to decipher its meaning. People possess an innate inclination to seek explanations for what they observe because the human brain inherently resists randomness. For example, if a window shatters, our natural response is to scan the surroundings for a possible object on the floor, instantly formulating a theory about how the window broke and then verifying its accuracy. A notable instance highlighting this phenomenon appeared in the New York Times. The article discussed individuals who firmly believed that the shuffle feature on their iPods was malfunctioning, convinced that their devices favored certain songs over others. However, the concept of randomness doesn't necessarily dictate an even distribution of songs. This is precisely why storytelling carries such significance. It offers a framework through which we can make sense of the world around us. If you intend to capture people's attention with new information, it's imperative to ensure that your narrative is authentic. Authenticity is the linchpin that can either elevate or undermine the effectiveness of your story. Only genuine narratives truly impact people. At some point in our lives, we've all made snap judgments about individuals based on their appearances, often unintentionally. We frequently find ourselves forming rapid evaluations of people and objects, often without even recognizing it. As a marketer, it becomes your responsibility to ensure that your customers draw the right conclusions when they first encounter your product. It's essential to distinguish between your customer's initial interaction with your brand and their inaugural impression of it, two aspects often muddled together. The customer's initial contact with your brand represents precisely that, an initial encounter, which may not necessarily evoke any immediate response. Their first substantial reaction constitutes their initial impression. For instance, consider receiving a promotional email from an online store. This marks your initial contact, but it might not prompt you to form an opinion about the store. However, if you later purchase shoes from them and they fail to arrive, this experience would shape your first impression, and it's unlikely to be a positive one. First impressions hold tremendous importance, but what triggers that impression within your business is unpredictable. This is precisely why authenticity is of paramount significance. Your narrative achieves authenticity when it cohesively aligns with all facets of your business. Your product, your workforce, and your company's messaging must all harmonize seamlessly. This implies that every potential point of initial contact within your company must resonate with the message you aim to convey. If, for example, your logo and physical location exude a sense of style, but your staff exhibits rudeness or your products are subpar, your narrative lacks coherence and authenticity wanes. Without a cohesive and authentic narrative, reaching a broad audience becomes challenging. Authenticity serves as the conduit for establishing a genuine connection with your customer base. Marketers must walk the ethical line between exaggeration and deception. It would be morally questionable to promote a speaker cable for $99 if its performance was equivalent to a $10 alternative, correct? In an ideal world, marketers should uphold honesty, and consumers should make rational choices, shouldn't they? However, reality is far more complex. People don't always make rational decisions when it comes to purchases. While we might like to believe that we buy products based on their quality and utility, the truth is that we occasionally succumb to the allure of overpriced items. We splurge on designer t-shirts or dine at fashionable restaurants, even though these choices might appear irrational. Marketers are keenly aware of the potential to leverage their customers' less than rational behaviors. This awareness leads some to employ embellishments or fibbing in their marketing strategies. Fibs can be seen as minor untruths that serve to bring a company's narrative to life. They need not necessarily have a detrimental impact on the customer. For example, consider George Riedel, the wine glass manufacturer we discussed earlier. He could be described as an honest deceiver of sorts. He informs his customers that his glasses enhance the flavor of fine wines. Scientifically speaking, this claim might not hold true, but it becomes a reality because customers genuinely believe it. Fibs of this nature are typically harmless and can even enhance the customer experience. However, the situation takes a darker turn when marketers engage in outright fraud. Fibs and fraud should not be confused. They are fundamentally different. When marketers resort to outright lies that harm their customers, that crosses into the realm of fraud. A distressing example of fraud is exemplified by Nestlé, who decades ago claimed that bottle feeding was superior to breastfeeding, inadvertently contributing to the tragic deaths of over 1 million infants, according to UNICEF. Had Nestlé presented an authentic narrative directed at mothers facing breastfeeding difficulties, this catastrophe could have been averted, and they could have built a sustainable, ethical business. Stories should serve to benefit customers, not harm them. Concluding thoughts. Take the time to understand your customers intimately, then weave a unique and genuine narrative tailored specifically to them. Ensure that every facet of your business, from your team to your products to your logo, seamlessly integrates with this narrative. While the judicious use of harmless embellishments can enhance both your story and customer experience, never resort to fraudulent practices. By reaching out to people authentically and meaningfully, you'll cultivate mutually beneficial relationships. Actionable recommendation. Craft your narrative with a specific audience in mind. Avoid attempting to appeal to a broad spectrum, as this dilutes the potency of your story. A more targeted narrative resonates far more powerfully. As we conclude this journey into the world of marketing and storytelling, remember that the power of an authentic narrative cannot be overstated. Crafting a story that aligns with your customer's worldview while maintaining honesty and integrity is the key to building lasting connections. So go forth and weave your stories, tailored to your unique audience, with authenticity as your guiding light. Your ability to engage, resonate, and build trust will not only shape your brand's success, but also enrich the lives of your valued customers. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the art of marketing and storytelling. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Keep telling your stories, and may they be as authentic as they are impactful. Until next time, stay inspired and keep innovating. Thanks for watching the Culminate podcast. We cover self-help, nonfiction, fiction, personal finance, stock market, and artificial intelligence books. Like, comment, and share to support us. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more engaging book summaries. Join us on this literary journey at the Culminate podcast. Keep watching, keep exploring, keep evolving.